Hello everyone. In this Flutter Android app development tutorial, today we're going to learn about the Sensitive Content Widget. You may have noticed that many banking apps and other apps containing sensitive information, especially banking apps, have certain pages that display confidential information. If screen recording is enabled on your mobile device, those pages appear blank in the recording. No screen recording app is able to capture that page. Why does this happen? It's because the app protects the sensitive information on that particular page by preventing any other Android app from recording it. Today, we'll learn how to implement the same functionality in a Flutter Android app. Flutter provides a built-in widget called Sensitive Content for this purpose. In this tutorial, we'll learn how to use it. To get started, I've opened the main.dart file. These are our import statements. Inside the main function, we create an app called MyApp. This is the MyApp class. Inside its build method, we create a material app. Here, we configure the app's title, theme, and the home page. The home page is the MyHomepage class. Inside this class, we create a state class called _MyHomepageState. This is the _MyHomepageState class, where we'll build our entire user interface. Now, inside the build method, the first thing we'll use is the scaffold widget. It serves as the foundation for the entire UI, and all the UI elements are built on top of it. The scaffold widget has two important attributes, app bar and body. Using the app bar attribute, we can create the application's toolbar, also known as the app bar, by using the app bar widget. In the body attribute, we'll build the rest of the user interface. First, we're using the center widget so that the entire UI is aligned in the center of the screen. Next, we'll use a column widget because we want to display multiple widgets vertically, one below another. Now, what are we going to display inside this column widget? Let me show you. We'll display two text fields. The first one is a regular text field, and the second one is wrapped inside the Sensitive Content Widget. So, we'll have these two text fields on the screen. The first text field is a normal one, which we'll use to enter the username. Since a username isn't considered sensitive information, there's no need to protect this text field. However, the second text field is for entering the password. A password is sensitive information. So, how have we protected this text field? We've also set the obscure text attribute to true. This ensures that when the user enters a password, it isn't displayed as plain text. Instead, it appears as black dots, just like a typical password field. So now we've created a password text field. Next, I want to make sure that if a third-party screen recording app is recording this screen, it should not be able to capture this particular field because it contains highly sensitive information. To achieve this, we'll wrap the password text field inside a widget called Sensitive Content. Here it is, the Sensitive Content Widget. This is a built-in Flutter widget. We've wrapped our password text field inside this widget. The password text field is assigned to the child property of the Sensitive Content Widget, and this is the text field we'll use for entering the password. Now, the Sensitive Content Widget has an attribute called sensitivity. Using this attribute, we can control how sensitive the content inside this widget should be treated. What options do we have? If you type content sensitivity, you'll see a few available options. The first option is not sensitive, which means the field is treated as a normal field. If you use this option, any screen recording app will be able to record this page without any restrictions. However, if you use the sensitive option, things work differently. In that case, no screen recording app will be able to capture this particular page. Instead, the recorded video will show a black or blank area where the sensitive content is displayed. Now, there's one drawback to this approach. Imagine this is a large page containing many input fields, buttons, images, and other UI elements. Out of the entire page, only this password field contains sensitive information. Ideally, the Sensitive Content Widget should protect only this specific field instead of affecting the entire page. Ideally, it should prevent screen recording only for this particular field. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. If you use the Sensitive Content widget anywhere on a page, the entire page is treated as sensitive. So, when you try to record the screen, the whole page appears blank. What should have happened is that only this specific text field should have been hidden in the recording, while the rest of the page remained visible. Unfortunately, that's not the current behavior. If you watch the Flutter team's YouTube video about this widget, you'll notice that many users have requested the same feature in the comments. They've asked Flutter to implement it so that only the widget marked as sensitive is blocked from screen recording, while the rest of the page can still be recorded normally. Okay, that's not how it works at the moment. Now, I'll run this app on my mobile device. We've already set the sensitivity to sensitive. Once the app is running, I'll start a third-party screen recording app and we'll see how this page appears in the recording. After that, I'll change the sensitivity from sensitive to not sensitive and record the screen again. Then I'll show both recordings side by side so you can clearly see the difference, one where the entire page is visible and another where the page appears completely blank. So, let's run the app on a real device and test it in practice. As you can see, we now have two screen recordings. In the first recording, the entire page is visible because the sensitivity is set to not sensitive. In the second recording, the entire page appears blank, or black, because the sensitivity is set to sensitive. So, whenever you wrap any widget or field with the Sensitive Content widget, the entire page is treated as sensitive. As a result, third-party screen recording apps won't be able to record that page. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thanks for watching.